in that tree.
From black shucks lurking in the darkness to the blood bucket bridge ghosts, here are the world's creepiest legends, some true stories that still can't be explained. It was April 2019 when two YouTubers from a channel named Southern Afterlife uploaded a video titled Bloody Bucket Bridge at 3 a.m. The video featured them visiting the bridge with equipment to investigate if something paranormal existed there, and less than an hour later, they captured this.
Oh shit, Josh.
What happened was that they first started hearing strange sounds. Then they were lured toward the side of the road, and out of nowhere, a truck passed them extremely close. If they hadn't been careful, they might have ended up as two more victims of the deadly bridge they were investigating. And when the locals saw it, this was their reaction. I have been to this river when I was a kid. We would go swimming off the boat dock. I remember the water was always red when we came. Now finding out the stories years later gives me chills thinking about it. And it wasn't just one person. Nearly everyone who went to that river said the water occasionally turned red. Coincidence? Maybe not, because the backstory of the bridge tells a much darker story. It's said that after the Civil War, a woman named Ludmilla Clark, a freed slave from Georgia, moved down to Wauchula, Florida. She started working as a midwife and quickly earned respect in the community for helping women deliver babies safely. But over time, something inside her changed. Some say she lost her own children, others say she went mad from delivering too many. Either way, the children she helped bring into the world slowly began to die. Locals started noticing more and more stillbirths under her care, and when asked where the bodies went, Ludmilla said she buried them by the river. That's when people began seeing the river turn red under the full moon. At first, only Ludmilla could see it, but when the truth came out that she had been killing the babies herself, the townspeople cast her out. She became obsessed, visiting the same river night after night with empty buckets, trying to wash away the guilt. She would dip her pails into the water again, and each time they'd fill with blood. Locals said you could hear her sobbing, begging the crying voices in her head to stop. One night, she didn't come back. Some say she jumped into the river herself, while others believe something pulled her in. The next morning, the water ran red for miles. After that, people started calling it Bloody Bucket Bridge. Years later, people claimed to still hear her splashing in the water during a full moon. Others swore they heard babies crying in the distance, even when there were none around. But here's where it gets interesting. When paranormal investigators went back in recent years, they didn't find blood or screams, just the sound of rushing water and what could have been voices echoing off the bridge walls. Locals now say the story came from an old bar called the Big Apple, where fights broke out every night. The floors would end up covered in blood, and workers would clean it with buckets, hence the name Bloody Bucket Road. But even with that explanation, the legend never died, because no matter how many people debunk it, there are still those who swear the river glows red every full moon. And if you listen closely enough, you can still hear the cries of the children echoing from beneath the bridge. When a family was having a nice time in the woods along with their dog, they saw something that looked like a dark figure in the bushes. And that's when this happened. The figure turned out to be a huge wolf, and by the looks of it, it wasn't an average size. It was way bigger than that. And this wasn't the first time someone had seen this creature. In 2023, another video was uploaded. This time, the creature was much closer than ever. Reddit, someone shared a post describing their brother and a friend's terrifying encounter, which sounds almost identical to these sightings. One morning in the summer of 2005, they were out in the woodland near our home village of Tunstead, North Norfolk. They passed the shell of an abandoned car they used as a landmark when they heard a loud crashing from the surrounding trees. No sooner had they turned to look than a huge black dog, which my brother later described as an enormous boar hound, dashed into the clearing. It stood at least 4 feet 5 at the shoulder, pure black fur, with dark crimson eyes that sat unnaturally in its head. Terrified, they ran across a stream, clearing it in a single leap. The dog stopped at the river's edge, then vanished back into the woods. Stories like this link directly to the old Black Shuck legend, a giant black dog said to haunt the forests and coastline of East Anglia, mostly Norfolk and Suffolk. People have been talking about the Shuck for centuries. The first mentions go as far back as 1127. Sometimes it's seen as a warning of death, other times more like a ghostly guardian. Its name comes from the Old English skuka, meaning devil or fiend, and it's also been called Old Shuck, Old Shock, or Old Shep. One of the most famous stories comes from August 4th, 1577. That day, Black Shuck is said to have appeared in the churches of Blithburgh and Bungay during a big storm. People inside the church said the dog burst through the doors in a clap of thunder, killing 2 people, injuring others, and leaving scorch marks on the door, marks that you can still see today. Abraham Fleming wrote a pamphlet about it called A Strange and Terrible Wounder, calling the dog the devil in such a likeness. Over the years, people kept seeing it. At Blickling Hall in Norfolk, the Shuck appeared after a duel, and even in World War II, an airman saw a huge black dog on the grounds. It was silent but terrifying. Even in the 2000s, visitors still report spotting it. Then there's the Southerly Shuck. In medieval times, this hound was said to come from a pack of wolfhounds trained by locals. Eventually, only one massive hound survived, and it became a protector of the area. Though anyone who came too close to it often ended up dead. Some say its howl is still heard every May 29th. Even today, the Shuck isn't always evil. Some stories say it's a guardian, watching over graves or protecting places it once loved. But when it shows up, it's always huge, silent, and terrifying. Enough to leave anyone frozen with fear. Whether these recent videos or Reddit stories show a real giant dog or just an unusually big wolf, they fit perfectly with centuries of sightings. People describe the same glowing eyes, silent padding, and massive size. It's like the stories from hundreds of years ago are still happening. With all these sightings, old and new, one thing is clear: the Black Shuck is still out there. Maybe it's watching from the woods, waiting. When a family arrived at Lake Champlain in Vermont for a relaxing vacation, they had no idea what was waiting for them. Just 20 minutes into their visit, they managed to capture something unbelievable on camera. Even though the creature stayed mostly underwater, it was obvious this was no ordinary lake animal. Its size alone was shocking, far bigger than anything normally seen in these waters. The family couldn't believe it. Shocked and amazed, they uploaded the footage to Facebook, and suddenly, a long-forgotten legend came roaring back into public attention. This is the story of Champ, the famous Lake Champlain monster. For the modern era, it all started with a single photograph. Back in 1977, a woman named Sandra Mancy was on vacation when she spotted something breaking the water's surface. Quick on her feet, she snapped a picture, a photo that would soon become the most iconic piece of evidence supporting Champ's existence. The photograph shows what looks like a long, dark neck and a head rising above the water, with the body hidden just beneath the surface. Grainy and mysterious, it's still considered one of the best images of a lake monster ever captured. After Mancy's photo hit the news, sightings and evidence started piling up. In 2005, 2 fishermen filmed a video that seemed to show a head and neck gliding through the water. And as recently as 2024, drone footage recorded during a movie shoot revealed an enormous shape moving beneath the surface, apparently bigger than a 14-foot boat. These modern clips are just the latest in a series of evidence stretching back centuries. The legend of a mysterious creature in Lake Champlain has been around for a long time, with over 300 reported sightings documented. It actually comes from Iroquois legends, which spoke of giant serpents called Onyarekoa. By the 1800s, newspapers began reporting strange sightings. In 1819, a man named Captain Crumb claimed he saw a massive serpent nearly 190 feet long. Later, in 1883, Sheriff Nathan H. Mooney said he spotted a 30-foot-long serpent, close enough to see round white spots inside its mouth. The stories became so famous that even the showman P.T. Barnum offered a reward for anyone who could capture the creature. When you watch the recent videos of something huge moving in Lake Champlain and compare them to decades of photos and eyewitness accounts, it's hard not to wonder, could all these sightings be pointing to the same creature described in the old legends? Maybe Champ really does exist, lurking, silent, and mysterious, somewhere in the deep, cold waters of Lake Champlain. It was July 23, 2023, when a couple driving home at night in Alaska captured something truly strange. In the middle of the road stood a creature, its long arms swinging unnaturally, its face small and oddly human-like. The clip was brief but chilling, and it was recorded in Alaska, the same place where another mysterious video surfaced around the same time. This one showed a creature emerging from the water, its long neck and small face eerily reminiscent of the first sighting. And if we look back a year earlier, in 2022, a man near a lake in Alaska filmed this.
Oh my God. Oh my God. There it is. It's right behind that tree.
Though the figure wasn't clear, it appeared in the same area as the previous two sightings, near the lakes of Alaska, suggesting a persistent, mysterious presence. These sightings match a long-standing legend of the Kushtaka, or Kushtaka, the land otter man. According to the Tlingit people of the Pacific Northwest coast, Kushtaka are shapeshifters, able to appear as humans, otters, or other forms. Some stories describe them as cruel tricksters, others as saviors who can transform lost travelers to prevent them from freezing to death. But even the helpful Kushtaka comes with a terrifying catch. The human becomes a Kushtaka themselves. Some legends are darker still. Kushtaka are said to mimic the cries of a baby or the screams of a woman, luring victims to rivers. Once there, they either kill them or turn them into another Kushtaka. To protect themselves, people relied on dogs, copper, fire, or urine, anything to keep the land otter man at bay. The folklore may have started as a warning to keep children away from dangerous waters, but the stories don't stop there. In 1900, gold prospector Harry Culp and 3 companions explored the Patterson Glacier, a place locals called the Bay of Death. Culp wrote of terrifying encounters, creatures with long clawed fingers and bodies covered in sores and matted hair swarming him across the ridge. He ran for his life, only surviving thanks to a clever use of dog bones, the creature's natural enemies. Even older tales tell of victims being carried vast distances, encountering drowned relatives transformed into land otters, forced to navigate a world that was neither fully human nor fully animal. The Kushtaka is terrifying because it blends something familiar with the unknown. Otters are playful, adorable creatures, yet in this legend, that charm becomes deadly. These shapeshifters lurk near lakes and rivers, waiting for the lost, the wandering, or the unsuspecting. And the Alaskan sightings of 2022 to 2023? They suggest the Kushtaka is not just a story, it may still roam the wilderness, silent, watching, waiting. Back in November 2019, a fisherman was having a usual day until this happened. The video, recorded near Lake Thunderbird in Oklahoma, shows movement under the water, fast, heavy, deliberate. Locals say that's the same lake where people vanish almost every year, and not all of them are found. What's strange is that this wasn't the first time someone claimed to see something living beneath those waters. For years, stories have spread about a creature said to lurk in Oklahoma's man-made lakes, a massive octopus, the size of a horse, with reddish-brown skin and long, leathery tentacles strong enough to pull a grown man under. They call it the Oklahoma octopus. At first, it just sounded like a campfire story, but when people started connecting the dots, all the unexplained drownings, the missing swimmers, the strange ripples seen on calm water, the theory didn't feel so far-fetched anymore. Each summer, Oklahomans flood to Lake Thunderbird, Lake Uloga, and Lake Tenkiller to swim and fish, yet every year, some never return. The official cause? Accidental drownings. But ask anyone who's lived nearby long enough and they'll tell you, too many of those deaths make no sense. Strong swimmers vanish in shallow water, boats capsize without warning, and sometimes witnesses swear they saw something just beneath the surface before it happened. According to local legend, the Oklahoma octopus waits near the murky depths, striking when its prey least expects it. They say it uses its arms to drag people under, not for defense, but to feed. And that legend didn't come out of nowhere. Native American stories that go back over 200 years tell of a strange water spirit that lived in the rivers and lakes, described as a red creature with tentacles and a hunger for human flesh. Whether those stories inspired the modern legend or were warning of something that truly exists, that's the part no one's sure about. Skeptics say it's impossible. They argue that octopuses are saltwater creatures. They can't survive in lakes. But others point out that cephalopods have been found adapting in strange ways before. In 2003, a small red octopus was actually caught in Arkansas, another landlocked state. Scientists believed it might have been a released pet, but it survived longer than it should have, clinging to the gates of a dam. So if one small octopus could live in freshwater, what's stopping something larger, something older, from evolving down there, unseen? Even without proof, the fear feels real. Divers who've explored the lake talk about hearing sounds underwater, like suction or dragging, with no explanation. Some describe the feeling of something brushing against their legs, thick, smooth, alive. And what's worse is that Oklahoma's lakes are man-made, meaning whatever's down there didn't always have a home. It moved in after the flooding, maybe from underground tunnels or something ancient trapped when the dams were built. Maybe it's still down there, waiting. In 2009, the story gained national attention after being featured on Animal Planet's Lost Tapes. Since then, sightings have only grown. Strange waves with no wind, shadows moving beneath boats, people waking up on the shore, unsure how they survived. Some say the lake's red tint comes from Oklahoma's soil. Others whisper it's something else, something bleeding through the water. Whether it's an undiscovered species or just a terrifying coincidence, the Oklahoma octopus remains one of America's most chilling freshwater mysteries. And if you ever find yourself swimming in one of those lakes and feel something cold and slick wrap around your leg, you'll understand why locals never swim alone.
From bizarre lake creatures caught on drone footage to creepy figures crawling through the darkness, these are some of the strangest encounters ever seen on camera. Stick to the end. When a family from Costa Rica set up security cameras around their house, they had no idea that instead of catching a thief, they would record something that would make their blood run cold. If you think this is just a clever video edit, then how do you explain the dogs barking non-stop at the strange, four-legged figure that moves across the yard? It means the dogs felt something was really there, and that this figure is real. Some people are sure it's a chupacabra, the legendary creature from American folklore that's said to drink the blood of goats and cattle. Others think it might be a shapeshifter, a troll, or even something from hell. Whatever it was, one thing's for sure, Those dogs were incredibly brave to get that close. A game camera was set up on the Demol property near Dubina, Texas, with a clear goal, but instead of catching normal wildlife, the camera captured something far more disturbing. The photo shows a strange, blurry creature that quickly sparked debate. Some say it looks like a monkey. Others think it's a chupacabra or even a skinwalker, a creature from Navajo legend said to change shape. One biologist said it might be a baby black antelope, but the property owner doesn't agree. He says there are no exotic animals in the area, and honestly, if you ask me, the limbs look way too thin to belong to any normal animal. So, what is it? Just a sick animal with mange, or something we're not meant to understand? When he was heading home after dark, this man saw a pair of glowing eyes high up in a palm tree. The video clearly shows a creature, and if you're thinking it's just an ape, it doesn't look like one. To me, it looks more like a person. Its front limbs are really long, and it moves with a lot of control and speed. Even the shape of its body looks more like a human than an animal. Bigfoot even came to mind, but that can't be, right? Bigfoot isn't supposed to live anywhere near palm trees, or at least that's what we've always believed. In Malaysia, near the village of Cebu, a creepy creature was seen crawling through the damaged forest of a palm oil plantation. The more I watch this creature, the more confused I get. I can't tell if it's a known animal in really bad shape or something completely different, because honestly, I've never seen an animal that moves like this. Experts tried to give a logical answer, saying it's just a sun bear, but call me crazy. Since when is a bear smaller than a dog? And how can it be that skinny? I mean, even if it's sick, can an animal really look that unrecognizable? At this point, the theory that it's an alien creature sounds more believable to me. On Loch Mori, strange sounds and loud splashes started happening, and people quickly took notice. Locals said they heard noises coming from the water that they had never heard before. Some even claimed they saw waves, like something huge was moving under the surface. Because of all the mystery, the team at the Mariners Museum decided to check it out from above. They sent up drones and helicopters to better understand what was happening in the lake. In the footage they later shared, you can clearly see something moving in the water, something big, and something no one could really explain. Nobody knows what it is, but that didn't stop people from guessing. Many started to believe it might be Chessie, the legendary sea creature from Chesapeake Bay. Some say Chessie is like the American version of Nessie, the famous monster from Loch Ness. And honestly, since we still don't know everything about what lies in deep lakes and oceans, maybe something surprising did rise to the surface. When a fisherman from New South Wales went out to fish in Pittwater Bay, he never thought he'd catch something he had never seen before. The fisherman said the creature was about 9 feet long, with a thick head, sharp curved teeth like nails, and even another set of teeth growing from the roof of its mouth. It kind of looked like an eel, but nothing about it matched known types like the pike eel, silver eel, or long-tail moray. People on social media had a lot to say. Some were amazed, but others called it things like a monster from a horror movie, evil, or something that shouldn't exist. A few even joked that it should be sent back to the spaceship it came from. I think it's one of those rare deep-sea species we were never meant to see, and I might be wrong, but it gives me the same uneasy feeling as when you see something that feels off. a team from the oil company BP was using a remotely operated underwater vehicle at a depth of 4,400 feet near an oil well in the Atlantic Ocean. It was supposed to be a regular operation, but then something strange caught their attention, a creature they had never seen before. The creature looked like a bunch of long, floating threads, almost like spaghetti moving through the water. As a joke, they immediately called it the Flying Spaghetti Monster. Curious, they sent the video to deep-sea experts. The experts explained that this species can grow up to 130 feet long, which makes it one of the longest animals on Earth, even longer than a blue whale. I don't know about you, but that's more than enough reason for me to stay near the shore when I go swimming, because who knows what else is down there, right? Michelle Havlick found the strange, wrinkly, and hairless body of an animal that her dog had pulled out of a pool in her backyard. The animal was about 7 inches long and looked like a mix between a pig and a squirrel. Nobody on social media could figure out what it was, so Michelle decided to reach out to the Indiana Department of Natural Resources to get an expert's opinion. But while she quickly went inside to grab a bag to collect the animal's body, it mysteriously vanished. Could this have been some kind of alien experiment that people aren't supposed to see? Or do you think there's a simpler explanation, like maybe the animal just looked weird because it had been in the water too long and started to swell up? You know, the fact that it vanished while she stepped away for just a second, that's what really gets me. Maybe it was just decomposition, sure, but honestly, something about this one feels strange, right? While hiking by a lake in Canada, a man came across something very strange. The animal he saw had fur on its body, but no fur on its head. At first, it kind of looked like a dog, but honestly, the shape of the head didn't look like a dog at all. Its legs looked more like a rat's, but the rest of the body didn't really seem like it belonged to a rat either. So what is it? Is this a known animal that was badly damaged, or could it be something else entirely? That's for you to decide. I've seen weird-looking animals before, but this one hits different. To be honest, it really does look like a mix between a dog and a rat. What do you think? In Los Mochis, a coastal town in the northwestern part of Mexico, the Murillo family runs a pig farm. But one day, a piglet was born on their farm that they had never seen before. The pig had only one head, but 2 body parts joined together. At first, the family thought that maybe 2 piglets had somehow fused together in the mother's womb. That would explain why it had double limbs and 2 tails. But when they posted a picture online, another family from Argentina shared a similar experience. These pigs with 8 legs are now being called spider pigs because of how they look. Some experts think these deformities might be caused by too many pesticides being used, especially in animal feed. But not everyone buys that explanation. Some people still believe these are genetically changed animals, maybe even created by aliens. To me, this pig doesn't just look unnatural, it looks designed. Maybe pesticides really are the cause, but the way those legs are placed so perfectly, I don't know. What do you think? And speaking of animal mutation, Shelby Hendershot, a farmer from the USA, recorded something truly shocking, a calf like nothing she had ever seen before in her long career. Deformities like this can happen because of things like genetic mutations, problems during the early stages of embryo development, exposure to toxins or pesticides, or poor conditions in the womb. For example, when there are too many babies pressing against each other. What you're about to see might be upsetting for some people. The calf had 2 backsides and 7 legs, and the picture quickly spread online. But this wasn't the only animal with a mutation that Shelby had come across. Her next experience was even worse. A piglet that was stillborn and had no face at all. It was missing the basics. No nose, no eyes, no mouth, and not even the bones that make up a normal face. This kind of deformity is known as a severe craniofacial malformation. And like the calf, it can happen for many different reasons, like the ones already mentioned. Have you ever seen an animal that was deformed before? During an investigation of the deep sea in Bora Bora in June 2018, a team of divers had no idea that a sea monster from the deep would show up and actually come to their rescue in the water. The creature was big. You could clearly see its shadow, but it was obvious that it didn't like the light and wanted to get away from it as fast as possible. That's when the divers did something I could never do. They turned off all their lights, hoping that the creature might come closer or even try to communicate with them. It didn't take long before a pair of glowing eyes appeared in the dark. As soon as they turned the light back on, whatever it was started moving away again. If you ask me, it looked kind of like a huge lobster, but with more arms or legs than usual. To this day, the diving team still doesn't know what they saw. And honestly, maybe some things are better left swimming in the deep, far away from our eyes. This TikTok video was posted by a user who stumbled upon a strange blue light in the ocean. In the video, we can see the water's surface is illuminated with a strange yet mesmerizing blue glow. It's not any kind of paranormal phenomenon and is known as plankton lights. These lights occur due to bioluminescence in the water, often caused by an algae bloom of plankton. However, the mysterious aspect of this video isn't the plankton lights themselves. As the people recording the video get closer to the plankton lights, a shadowy figure can be seen in the water. The figure's silhouette resembles that of a human, or more precisely, a mermaid. It's only visible for a brief moment, but it's undeniably eerie. While it's possible that the appearance of this shadow is a result of the way low waves interact with light and can play tricks on the eyes, the lingering question remains: what if it's not just an eye illusion? This video comes from a security cam at an undisclosed police station, and it captures a rather unsettling scene. In the video, the entrance hall of the police station appears to be empty. However, after a moment, a smoky, translucent figure materializes behind the glass door. This mysterious figure proceeds to move toward the center of the door and then opens it. But as the door swings open, the figure vanishes. The appearance of this figure suggests that it could be a ghost or a spirit, possibly that of a child due to its relatively low height. The idea of encountering an unknown entity in this manner is certainly spine-chilling. Nonetheless, given that this is a police station, one might assume that they are equipped to handle such paranormal encounters. This video comes from Russia, and the uploader claims to have captured a sighting of a Russian Yeti. In the video, we can see the uploader driving along a snowy road at nighttime. As he continues driving, a tall white figure suddenly crosses the road ahead of the car. This figure appears to be sprinting across the road, prompting the driver to stop the car and contemplate what they've just witnessed. Upon closer examination of the slowed down video, it becomes apparent that the figure has white fur and is relatively tall in comparison to the distance it was seen from. It moved swiftly and disappeared in an instant. Also, Russia is known for its numerous reported Yeti sightings, so this video may be another addition to that intriguing Yeti sighting. What do you think about this mysterious figure? This video, uploaded by Discovery, appears to have captured the sighting of a megalodon in the ocean. In the video, a show host discusses with a guest who claims to have spotted a large sea creature on Google Earth in the ocean.
Agent who was studying the swarm noticed something out in the water.
Okay, kind of a speck.
Yeah, well, at this resolution, it's a speck. When they zoomed in, though, they got this.
It's a little fuzzy, but I'd say that's a shark.
They analyze a zoomed-in satellite photo of this enormous creature. Even from a considerable distance, it appears to be quite massive. To emphasize the creature's size, they show another image taken by the same satellite, zoomed in to the same extent. In this second image, school buses can be seen for comparison. And even these buses looked tiny. When these bus photos are placed next to the creature spotted in the water, it becomes evident just how large the creature is. The guest estimates that the sea creature is at least 70 feet or possibly even larger in size. The show host, somewhat skeptical, asks the guest if it's the same creature that was spotted in another part of the ocean earlier. The guest suggests that it's possible, as great white sharks are known to travel long distances, so these creatures could do the same. All these facts indeed point toward the possibility that this may have been a megalodon sighting, potentially millions of years after it was believed to have gone extinct. The video comes from a homeowner who, one night, heard strange noises coming from the woods outside his house. His dog was also agitated, continuously barking. Curiosity and concern led him to take his dog outside to investigate, and what they witnessed was truly terrifying. In the video, the owner shines a flashlight into the woods as his dog investigates. However, in the background, there are two pairs of eerie eyes lurking in the darkness. These eyes remain perfectly still, unnoticed even by the vigilant dog. It appears that the eyes become aware of the owner noticing them, prompting both pairs to briefly hide. But when the dog eventually leaves, and the owner shines his light again, the lurking and stalking eyes reappear. This unsettling encounter raises questions about what these lurking and stalking beings might be. It's indeed a situation that calls for caution and possibly involving law enforcement to investigate further, as checking them alone could be an invitation to a bad encounter. Some people believe we might be living in a big simulation, and sometimes they say glitches happen, like what's in this video. In the video, there's a deer just casually hanging out near a tree. But here's the strange part. When the deer turns its head to one side, we suddenly see another head looking the opposite way. It's like there's one body but two heads on this deer. Now, you might think it's just a coincidence. Maybe another deer is in front and hidden from the camera. But as the deer moves a bit, we don't see any other deer in front of it or anywhere near it. It's all by itself, munching on grass. And the way those two heads move together, that's a bit odd too. So what's going on here? Was it really a glitch in our supposed simulation? That's the mystery. This eerie video, posted on Instagram by a user named Conspire, captures a mysterious and unsettling incident in an Irish school hallway at night. Initially, the hallway appears empty and locked. However, as the video begins, a loud bang is heard, followed by rumbling noises reminiscent of furniture being dragged. The series of inexplicable events continues as a bag falls from the top of lockers to the ground. A board detaches itself from the wall and crashes to the floor, and a chair, partially visible in the corner of the camera's view, moves on its own before slowly dragging itself towards the other side. However, no human beings can be seen anywhere in the video. The level of activity and the apparent aggression of these paranormal events make this encounter exceptionally unsettling. One can only imagine the reaction of the students and staff upon seeing these inexplicable and ghostly occurrences happening in their own school. In this video, we see a trucker from Arizona who had a rather eerie encounter while driving on a dark highway. As the video unfolds, the trucker is cruising along the highway late at night. However, something unusual catches their attention. A figure standing completely still right on the side of the road still. This figure appears to have a human-like shape, but it's just standing there on the road of the highway in the dead of night. It's quite puzzling why someone would be in such a place at that hour. It also seems as if this mysterious figure materialized out of thin air in front of the driver, although the darkness makes it difficult to say for certain. Regardless, the trucker made a wise decision not to stop
and instead kept driving past the mysterious figure. Encountering mysterious and potentially unknown creatures in the depths of the forest can indeed be a spine-chilling experience. In such cases, it's important to prioritize safety and exercise caution. In this video, a lost hiker unintentionally wanders deep into the dense woods. While recording his journey, he hears a creepy noise up ahead. He points his camera in that direction and is shocked to see a terrifying creature lurking in the dark woods.
Oh my god.
This creature is really tall and it's staring right at the hiker through the camera. When the creature realizes that it's been noticed, the creature suddenly disappears into the darkness. The video quality isn't great, and it's challenging to make out specific details. But we can make out that the creature was tall and had a human-like body shape. Encountering such a huge and terrifying creature, lurking and watching, is really bone-chilling. It reminds us that the forest hides many unknown and frightening secrets. Amidst numerous Bigfoot sightings, the elusive creature's chilling face has rarely been captured up close. In this video, recorded by an adventurer exploring a forest at night, we are taken on a tense journey. As the adventurer uses his camera flash to illuminate the surroundings, he zooms in on a figure standing in the distance. What comes into focus is a horrifying and spine-tingling sight. A creepy and eerie creature staring directly back at us. The creature's unsettling face is characterized by an unsettling wild grin, with two lifeless eyes that only intensify its cryptic aura. As the adventurer notices this creature and calls out, it swiftly runs away. The creature's size and physical appearance strongly resemble that of a Bigfoot, and the uploader himself believes it to be one. Regardless of its identity, encountering such a creature firsthand is an undeniably hair-raising experience. This video is from a home security camera from a Florida house. In the footage, we can witness a humanoid figure with ghostly characteristics calmly strolling. The figure appears slightly hunched, as if it's on a mission to find something or someone. Its entire body lacks any fur, and it moves in an eerie and unsettling manner. The residents in the area have also reported similar incidents happening before, leading them to believe that this figure or creature comes from the nearby forest and messes with their trash bins. However, the big mystery is, what was this creature searching for? Was it on the hunt for its next meal, or simply wandering around the neighborhood with an unknown purpose? This person was enjoying the sun and the beautiful view of nature in a forest. However, little did they know that they weren't alone in savoring the view. In the video, we can see a large bear-like creature lurking in the woods at a distance. However, as the camera zoomed in, it became evident that this creature was not a bear at all. It had a significant size and was covered in a thick, dark brown fur. While some might speculate that it could be an orangutan due to the brown fur, it's crucial to emphasize that orangutans are typically not as large as the creature depicted in the video. The person who posted the video also mentioned that they initially thought it was a bear, but it continued to lurk even as they recorded from the bushes. It's eerie to think that this creature seemed to have its sights set on them, even when they were trying to hide. What do you think this mysterious creature could be? Could it be the legendary Bigfoot? Have you ever thought about scary things that could happen on a highway at night? But I bet seeing a Skinwalker was not on that list. This video comes from a highway camera, and at first everything seems normal with traffic flowing as usual. Then, from the side of the road, a creature appears running and leaping over the road fence to cross the highway. It happens so quickly, and it jumps like a deer. You might think, could it be a deer? But no. When we zoom in on this and slow the video down, we can make out this creature's eerie features. It looks like a humanoid creature that is hunched up and walking on all fours. The quality of the video is low, but I can see its body, which has no fur, just naked skin. All these appearances of this creature make me think that it was, after all, a skinwalker. Imagine you're out hiking with your dog, enjoying the great outdoors, when suddenly you realize you're not alone. In this video, a person is on a hike with their faithful dog. Everything seems fine until the dog starts acting strangely, becoming agitated and then sprinting towards the trees as if sensing danger. As the dog ventures into the wooded area to investigate, it encounters something that terrifies it, causing it to rush back to its owner in fear. The man, understandably concerned, zooms in with his camera to get a closer look at what startled his dog. To his astonishment, he captures a tall, dark figure moving through the woods. Deciding it's best to head back home, the man returns to the safety of his house. But the unsettling part of this encounter is that he soon records the same ominous black figure lurking outside his home. It's as though this shadowy presence is relentlessly following him, stalking him from the shadows. In this trail, camera set up by a biologist to study deer, something quite unusual was captured. In the video, a large, black, furry figure is seen standing at a distance. This strange creature appears to be hiding itself, possibly from the trail camera, by lurking behind the trees. As it cautiously approaches the camera, we can observe its entire head covered with a dense layer of fur, and it becomes evident how broad its body frame is. Unfortunately, due to the low video quality, we're unable to see any facial features clearly. However, the colossal size, thick fur, and peculiar head shape have led some to speculate that it could be a Bigfoot or a Sasquatch. Regardless of what it might be, one thing is for sure, encountering such a scary presence during a hiking adventure is something most would prefer to avoid. This video was originally posted on TikTok by a user participating in a popular TikTok dance trend. However, it wasn't the dance itself that grabbed viewers' attention. It was something else. In the video, we see the user standing on a kitchen counter, enthusiastically performing the dance trend. She was home alone during this recording, and she completed the dance before the video ends. Did you catch it? Let's rewind the video and direct our attention to the doorway in the background. There, you can spot a figure passing by the doorway, and its silhouette resembles that of a human. At first glance, it might seem like a person due to the dim lighting, but as I mentioned, the user was alone in the house at the time. What's even more intriguing is that this figure appears transparent, almost like a spirit. Could it be that this enigmatic entity took an interest in the girl's TikTok dance? Who knows? This video, posted on TikTok by a user named Kitty, gained more than 5.6 million views, but not for a good reason. In this nanny cam footage, we get a glimpse of a living room with a baby high chair and 2 dolls in it. Right from the start, we see that the baby high chair is rocking on its own. The owners, who were in the garden at the time, noticed this unusual activity on the nanny cam app. Concerned, the husband hurried inside to investigate. He enters the living room, holding a wooden object. As he walks towards the high chair, he notices something unusual and abruptly stops. He cautiously approaches the chair, closely inspecting it. He even uses the wooden piece to check if there's anything behind the chair. Finding nothing, he stands there for a moment and performs one more check. However, as soon as he finishes and steps back, the little high chair begins rocking on its own again. Witnessing this, the husband quickly runs off, shouting his wife's name. The couple has also shared several other haunted videos from their house on their TikTok account. What do you think it was? Could there be a child ghost inside those dolls? Footage of what seems to be a desert monster captured in a Portuguese desert was shared on Reddit by a user named Mark64. In the video, we witness a long humanoid creature walking on its two long and slender legs. After a few steps, it disappears behind the bush, and the video abruptly ends. Many viewers have speculated about the identity of this creature. Some suggest it could be the chupacabra, as chupacabras are typically described as lizard-like creatures with bare skin. However, chupacabras aren't known for walking on their hind legs, and this creature in the video moves much like a human, with long arms adding to the mystery. Another intriguing possibility is that it could be a new species of desert Bigfoot, albeit one without fur. What are your thoughts on this mysterious sighting? It seems that the woods will forever have its mysteries. In this footage, another terrifying mystery develops via the lens of a thermal camera in the cryptic depths of the woods. Again, just as in the last clip, the owner claims that this was taken in a remote part of a forest at night, a place and time where you would not expect to see anyone strolling around. The footage shows a massive figure, humanoid yet unearthly, moving in the night with strange elegance. Its size dwarfs that of a mere human. According to its movement, not a normal human would walk in this manner. So, what is it? Do you see how it sways its arms as it runs? I'm grateful for technological advancements that have enabled us to spot this being, but still, its features are strange, and some claimed it to be a monkey wandering in the forest. As far as I know, this was taken somewhere in the United States, and I am pretty sure there are no monkeys wandering around in forests there. Is this just a clever hoax, or does it reveal that there will always be species we do not know of, like the Bigfoot? One cannot help but wonder if the truth is hidden not just in this creature. This guy was out in a snowy location, and he seems to be looking for something. As the recording continues and he consistently scans the area, an unsettling appearance discloses itself. A white creature appears out of nowhere, startling him. We only get a slight sight of it, possibly because the person filming must have dropped their phone after seeing it. But we do get a decent look at it. It seems to have the shape of the head of a goat. It has glowing eyes and does not move as it meets face to face with the recorder of this video. Could this guy be in the presence of an otherworldly creature, perhaps an alien, or, in a more sinister case, a shape-shifting skinwalker? This next video adds to the mystery of the woods and the Bigfoot. Some guys were hiking in a forest and they started hearing grunts in the forest, so they got ready for an animal, while at the same time still wanting to film it. This is what they caught. This video captures a mysterious creature wandering amidst the trees in the woods, covered in thick black fur. What makes it chilling is the size of this entity. If I would approximate its height, it looks to be 7 to 8 foot tall. Is it a new species, or perhaps something long thought to be extinct? Or, to be more exact, could this be Bigfoot? What do you think? Is it fake? A person in a really well-made Bigfoot costume, or is it authentic? You know what's more chilling than Bigfoots strolling in a forest next to you? A creature stalking you in the woods. In this next video, we see a man walking around the woods as he is recording. But things are off. In a distant tree, right in front of him, we see a creature stalking him behind a tree. The video is a little bit shaky and we cannot fully distinguish its facial features.
and only its upper body can be seen, which appears as if to be covered in an oversized hoodie. To me, I think it could be a bear peeping at him, but it would be weird. Personally, I have never seen such a timid bear. Why it isn't chasing or threatening the man? Truth be told, I would prefer Bigfoot stalking me. At least they don't eat you alive like bears do. I don't know what to consider interesting in this video. This guy not panicking, or the creature. This video, said to be from Port Renfrew, British Columbia, shows a sighting of a creature that people are calling the mighty Bigfoot. The footage happens in a thick wooded area, and you can see a mysterious figure behind the trees. The creature looks huge, covered in thick black fur all over its body. At first, it might seem like a bear, but when you look at the size in the video, it's bigger than a typical bear. Also, if you take a closer look, especially when you slow down the video around the 1-minute mark, you can see a single eye, and interestingly, it looks a bit like a humanoid. These unique features match with the descriptions usually linked to Bigfoot sightings. As for how real the video is, it seems pretty genuine. The footage is clear, and there are no obvious signs of it being manipulated. What do you think about this interesting video? This video, which got a lot of attention in 2012, shows a hiker going on an adventure in a snowy forest and catching a rare sight. As the video starts, you see a beautiful scene of a forest covered in snow. However, in the distance, there's a big figure walking around. The creature is hard to see at first, hidden by the thick trees, but towards the end of the video, it comes a bit closer, showing more human-like features. This tall creature, similar to the one mentioned before, is covered in thick black fur and stands in a really human-like way. But there's something annoying about this video, that when the creature was almost visible up close, the video ends. However, to me it seems like the hiker might have been surprised by how close the creature was, so they quickly turned off the camera and left in a hurry, thinking their safety is way more important than the footage. Would you have done the same? There's a strange fascination that people have with exploring desolate places at night, and this video from India illustrates the consequences of such ventures. In it, a visibly frightened man finds himself in the midst of a forest, expressing a sense of cold and fear. As he records his surroundings, a bone-chilling snorting noise emanates from the darkness ahead, prompting the man to break into a run.
The fuck up!
Upon closer examination, slowing down the video reveals not just one, but two enigmatic figures pursuing him. These entities bear a resemblance to Slender Man, with a slightly diminished height but featuring the same faceless visage. The authenticity of this video seems plausible, adding to the eerie atmosphere. However, the lingering question remains: what compelled this individual to venture at such a late hour? The original source of this footage remains unknown, but it has garnered significant popularity within the Spanish-speaking community. In the video recorded by a hiker, a ghostly figure emerges in the heart of a forest, resembling a witch. As the hiker zooms in, the unsettling and devil-like facial features of this creature become more apparent. The entity exudes an aura of pure malevolence, adorned with long nails, and appears engaged in some mysterious activity with a cloth hanging on a rope. What heightens the unease for me is the witch's direct and piercing stare, seemingly delving into the viewer's soul. Adding to the eerie narrative, the hiker recounts being cautioned by locals about the haunting presence of a witch's spirit in the forest,
Despite such warnings, the hiker initially dismissed them as mere rumors. Many of the reported Bigfoot sightings seem to be concentrated in Canadian forests, suggesting that Canada might be a hub for these legendary figures. This particular video originates from the Canadian National Parks of Banff, Alberta. The footage unfolds in a snowy wooded area, with the person recording the video clearly uneasy by something unseen. The camera pans and zooms, attempting to identify the source of the unease. Suddenly, the cause of the disturbance becomes evident. A massive head can be seen peeking out from behind a tree, seemingly stalking the cameraman. The head is imposing, resembling that of a hefty gorilla or ape. The intriguing part is that Canada lacks a native gorilla or ape population, further deepening the mystery of this creature's identity. However, the cameraman, convinced that it was indeed a Bigfoot, claims to have encountered it earlier. The truly unsettling aspect of this video for me is the massive creature lurking and stalking from behind a tree. If I were in the cameraman's position, instead of recording, the instinct to run away without looking back would likely be my choice. Trail cameras offer a fascinating glimpse into scenes that might be unsafe or impractical to witness in person. In this particular trail camera footage, the focus is on a fence, and on the other side, a calm raccoon leisurely strolls about, engrossed in its activities. Meanwhile, in the backdrop of pitch-black darkness, a pair of glowing eyes emerges. These eyes exude an unsettling aura as they lock onto the camera, revealing the head of a creature that resembles a bear or a similar animal. Even if the creature is identified as a bear, the disconcerting aspect lies in the uncertainty of its gaze. I can't make out whether it's fixated on the raccoon or staring directly at us through the camera lens. The mysterious and eerie nature of the scene heightens the intrigue. What are your thoughts on this encounter captured by the trail camera? Embarking on forest trails can be a serene and calming experience, but when undertaken at night on an isolated path, it can unfold into an encounter like the one captured in this video from California. The footage features a hiker navigating a desolate trail in the darkness, relying on a flashlight to illuminate the path ahead. While walking, the hiker suddenly spots a large humanoid figure in the distance. This enigmatic creature, jet black and towering, crosses the trail seemingly oblivious to the hiker and the beam of the flashlight. The hiker, realizing the presence of this Bigfoot-like creature, promptly decides to run away. The encounter was very intense, and thank God that the hiker saw this creature from far away instead of going too near. The uncertainty of these encounters makes us wonder what these creatures can do if someone bothers them on the trail. Security cameras are intended to enhance our safety, yet occasionally they capture scenes that send shivers down our spines. In this surveillance video, the focus is on the front walk of a house, where an officer casually strolls into frame. However, a disconcerting element comes into view as something resembling a dog appears to follow him. Upon closer inspection, the eerie details unfold. This creature, initially mistaken for a dog, possesses short front legs and a hunched back. Examining the footage more closely reveals a humanoid-like figure with an unsettling posture, tailing the officer unbeknownst to him. It's confusing, and the creature's appearance becomes even more unnerving as it seems to be a hybrid form, akin to a human contorted into the shape of a dog. The ambiguity surrounding the nature of this entity intensifies the sense of fear. This intriguing video was posted by a Redditor named Elite Wizard, who claimed to have captured something truly bizarre on his camera. In the footage, the uploader is seen busy cleaning his truck when a mysterious figure suddenly appears in the distance. This enigmatic figure swiftly sprints towards the car parked next to the uploader's vehicle, eventually disappearing beneath his car. What's truly unsettling is that throughout this entire encounter, the uploader remains completely unaware of this mysterious presence. This fast, wild, and shadowy figure defies easy description, as it appears to be a blend of both a spiritual and physical entity. Whatever it may be, one can only hope that they never have to encounter it ever in their life. This video was captured by a forest ranger during a routine check of the area. While on patrol, they noticed something unusual in the distance. The footage shows an unidentified creature that bears a striking resemblance to Bigfoot, casually strolling among the trees as if it were going about its daily activities. Upon closer examination, one can discern the creature's enormous size and long arms. The way it swings its massive arms while walking adds to its resemblance to Bigfoot. Moreover, it appears to be covered in a thick coat and has a head that resembles that of a human. While some viewers remain skeptical, this video has been considered authentic by a few individuals who have conducted in-depth analyses of the footage. It remains a subject of curiosity and debate among those who have seen it. What are your thoughts on it? Have you ever had an encounter with an animal that just seemed off or stared at you for an unusually long time? If so, you might have been spotted by a skinwalker. Skinwalkers are predators known for their ability to possess or disguise themselves as animals. In this video, recorded by a group of friends, they heard strange noises coming from the woods. As they ventured deeper into the forest in search of the source, the person holding the camera noted that a deer had been following them and watching them for a considerable period.
I feel like that deer is following us. I can hear it in the woods.
However, things took a chilling turn when they heard a loud, piercing scream from somewhere nearby.
There's a light back there. Yep.
This scream served as a signal for them to start running, and they all made a dash back. The unnerving part is that the screeching noise seemed to pursue them, almost as if it were chasing them. The combination of the lurking and stalking deer, the strange noises, and the pursuit made me believe that they might have encountered a skinwalker. Fortunately, they managed to escape before anything more bad could occur. This video was shared on TikTok by a user named Lainey and Ben. The family had been experiencing paranormal activities in their home, prompting them to set up a camera in their living room to capture any unusual occurrences. In the video, we can see that they indeed recorded some unsettling events. A picture frame mysteriously falls from the shelf on its own, and after some time, a cat scratch post also drops to the ground without any apparent cause. When the homeowner returns and notices these incidents, they record a video to provide their explanation. The homeowner asserts that when he was away, both the scratch post and the picture frame were in their proper places. However, as he speaks, something catches his attention in the corner of his eye, and he claims to have seen a person sitting on the sofa.
What was that? I swear I just saw a person sat on that sofa right next to that frame that fell.
From the footage in the living room, it's evident that something paranormal might be happening in the house. Many viewers might agree that it's time for the owner to consider leaving the place as soon as possible. A homeowner heard faint screeching noises coming from his backyard and quickly woke up to investigate. He grabbed his camera and began recording. In the video, we witness the homeowner recording something in the darkness, with him and his son conversing about a mysterious figure hunched or crouched in the shadows.
There's something like
crouching down there.
Due to the low video quality and the darkness,
The figure is not clearly visible. However, the suspense escalates when the homeowner asks his son to turn on the light. At that moment, the creature comes into view. It appears to be a humanoid figure, devoid of any fur on its body. As the homeowner taps on the window to get its attention,
Yeah. What?
the creature suddenly springs away into the darkness. Based on what can be discerned, it resembles a strange human-like creature, perhaps resembling a skinwalker. However, its true identity remains a mystery. If you have any ideas about what it could be, feel free to comment below and let others know. This clip was shared by a Reddit user named Rymonate, who claimed to have captured a spirit in their house. In the video, we are given a view of a storage room, and suddenly a ghostly figure emerges from one room and enters another. This dark figure appears to have a humanoid shape and seems to be floating. The eerie part of the encounter was that after this translucent figure moves through the doorway leading to the hall, it triggers the alarm. The homeowner wakes up, finding nothing unusual, but upon reviewing the video, they realize that their house might be haunted. It appears to be a paranormal encounter captured on camera, suggesting a supernatural presence within their home. What are your views on this translucent entity? This video was recorded by a biker who was testing out his new bike and gear. However, the video seems to have captured something extraordinary: the legendary Slender Man. In the footage, we can see a tall figure slowly walking in a distance across a field. This person appears to be extremely tall, with unusually long legs, reminiscent of the Slender Man's distinctive appearance. Slender Man is also known for having a faceless visage, but due to the video's long-distance shot, we cannot discern any facial features. The mysterious entity is casually strolling, seemingly minding its own business. Initially, the biker didn't notice the Slender Man, but it was only when a passing driver alerted him to something in the field that he turned and became aware of its presence. What do you think? Was it the first ever real sighting of a Slender Man? A man was out hiking in the woods when he spotted something in the distance and decided to start recording. In the video, we can see a large, ape-like creature walking among the trees. This creature is covered in thick black fur and appears to be exceptionally large when compared to the tree it's moving near. People who have watched the video have offered various speculations, suggesting it could be a big ape or even a gorilla. However, the hiker who witnessed the creature firsthand and recorded it is convinced that it was none other than the legendary Bigfoot. The fear in the hiker's voice is evident, reflecting the intensity of the moment. In the end, the true identity of the creature in the video remains a mystery, and it continues to be a subject of debate and intrigue among those who have seen the footage. This video was posted by an unknown Facebook account, claiming to have captured paranormal activities within their house. The uploader became alarmed upon hearing strange noises coming from their kitchen and decided to record it. In the video, you can hear the sheer fear in the uploader's voice.
I hear something in the kitchen.
As they cautiously approach the kitchen to investigate the source of the sounds. As they enter the kitchen, everything appears to be still and normal. However, suddenly, the chair in front of them moves and turns toward them on its own, which is undeniably unsettling. The intensity at which the chair moves suggests that the ghost is aggressive and agitated, which is quite frightening. This paranormal encounter left a lasting impression on the uploader. This video became really popular on Reddit because it supposedly captured the moment a giant was spotted in a forest. Filmed by a trail camera, the footage shows a forest scene, and as the camera zooms in, a huge creature covered in thick brown fur appears, busy with its own activities. The immense size of the upper body suggests a creature of significant proportions. Unfortunately, the video doesn't show the face of this mysterious being. While it could be a bear, the fact that the face isn't visible adds uncertainty. The question remains, was this really a sighting of a giant, or is it still a mystery, an unknown creature hiding in the depths of the forest? Do you believe in aliens? If not, this video might just change your perspective. Recorded by a homeowner returning from buying medicine, the footage captures an unusual figure moving in the driveway. As the camera focuses, a humanoid-shaped creature emerges from the darkness, its head displaying an eerie and somewhat creepy resemblance to the aliens we often see in movies. This creature, with its blurry appearance and a lower body proportioned like that of an alien, lingers in the driveway for a while before retreating back into the darkness. The mysterious encounter raises the strange question: what could this alien-like entity be doing in the homeowner's driveway? This video, originating from India, captures what could be described as a nightmare scenario for a rancher. The security camera footage unfolds in the backyard of a house, where vehicles are parked. The rancher emerges into the backyard, only to be startled by his shelter cow rushing towards him in distress. Recognizing that something is amiss, the rancher is suddenly confronted by the source of the cow's fear. The lion is in hot pursuit of a calf, and manages to grab hold of it. In a moment of swift and impressive action, the rancher showcases remarkable log throwing skills, striking the lion with precision. The impact prompts the lion to release the calf and flee. Following this intense encounter, other cows enter the backyard, also alarmed by the lion's attack. This incident proves to be a tense and challenging moment for the rancher and the distressed cows. Nevertheless, the rancher's quick and courageous response in defending his livestock should be praised. I am not sure I would have had the same guts. When we think of clowns, we often associate them with humor and laughter. But for some, the concept evokes phobias, and this video vividly illustrates why. A photographer deployed his drone to capture scenic shots of a cornfield. As he raised the drone, he casually waved at it before directing it toward the cornfield, obtaining captivating cinematic shots. However, the footage took an eerie turn when he stumbled upon something unsettling. In one shot, the drone encountered a mysterious figure in an orange outfit with a clown mask, eerily staring back at the camera from within the cornfield. A momentary standoff between the drone and the clown ensued, after which the clown swiftly ran towards the woods, disappearing from view. This peculiar video raises numerous questions, such as the unsettling presence of the clown in the middle of the fields, and the reasons behind its intense gaze towards the drone. The mysteries surrounding this encounter leave us with a sense of curiosity, prompting speculation about the clown's motives and presence in such an unexpected location. Was it all a setup, or are there truly such disturbed people out there? When we were kids, we loved the idea of mermaids, but as we got older, we started thinking they were just made up. However, this video has made me rethink things. Filmed by a scientist, the video shows a beach scene with what seems like a human skeleton at first. But if you look closer, it's not a human skeleton. The creature's bones are strange, with long, sharp teeth and no human legs. Instead, it has a fish-like tail. The scientist carefully cleans the skeleton, revealing more weird things like thorns on its head that look like a crown. This mysterious creature is unlike anything we've seen in stories or real life. The mystery deepens as the scientist guesses that this creature might have come from the 95% of the ocean that we haven't explored yet. The idea that a creature like this could wash up on the beach makes me curious about what's in the unknown parts of our oceans. There are two types of people in this world: those who believe in parallel universes, and those who don't. I used to fall into the latter category, but after seeing this video, I'm starting to think differently. Yep, what you just witnessed is the real, straight out of Saudi Arabia. This jaw-dropping footage was captured in the Saudi desert and showcases a truly bizarre sight. A waterfall made entirely of sand, cascading sand pouring down a cliff face, resembling a waterfall made of water. It's downright mesmerizing. Naturally, after this video surfaced, netizens were left scratching their heads. Some cried fake, while others speculated about apocalyptic prophecies. However, the truth behind this phenomenon is actually quite simple. During the onset of a storm, strong winds can carry vast amounts of sand. When this sand encounters a steep, hard slope, it cascades down, creating this breathtaking spectacle that looks straight out of a parallel universe. So next time you find yourself pondering the mysteries of the universe, just remember, sometimes reality is stranger than fiction. After watching this video, I must say, I'll never doubt what's possible and what's not again. This footage from Nigeria showcases something truly out of the ordinary. A strange goat born in a village. While the goat's body appears normal, it's the face that's really turned heads. It has two human-like eyes and a mouth complete with lips, but strangely, no visible nose. The combination of those eyes and lips gives it an uncanny resemblance to a human face, making it quite creepy to look at. Experts attribute this anomaly to genetic mutation, but some viewers speculate it could be the result of a crossbreeding experiment between a goat and a human. However, without more information, it's hard to say for sure. Either way, it's one of those jaw-dropping moments that makes you reconsider what you thought you knew. Imagine peering through the lens of a Ring camera, typically a silent guardian of the night, when it captures a surprising visit right at the front of a house. As the night unfolds and ever stumbled upon a random clip on Reddit and found yourself hoping and praying that it's just a fake. Because if it turned out to be real, it would shake your very existence. This particular clip was captured by a security camera in a California house during the night. The footage reveals something incredibly eerie lurking in the darkness of the backyard. It's a strange figure that moves in a chilling and unsettling manner, sending shivers down your spine. Every aspect of this figure exudes terror and ghostly presence, from its unnatural walk to its distorted body shape. The darkness and low light obscure much of the figure's appearance, but it seems humanoid with a bizarre upper body shape and lacking a head. After a while, the figure abruptly zooms into the air and disappears from the camera frame, leaving us confused and disturbed. Like many others, I find myself puzzled and unnerved by the mysterious creature captured in this footage. Ever had that eerie feeling of being watched when you're alone at home? Most of us dismiss it as just our imagination, but sometimes it might not be so far-fetched. This video, shared on Instagram by a user claiming to have captured a ghostly encounter, shows the uploader recording herself in a dimly lit room using her mobile camera. Suddenly, our attention is drawn to something terrifying, a creepy face peeking out from her wardrobe door. The face is large and seems to be fixated on the girl, as if stalking her. The girl is visibly shaken but determined to capture the eerie presence on camera. However,
Just as she's focused on filming, something falls inside the wardrobe, producing a loud sound. This spine-chilling clip leaves us questioning the true nature of the supernatural. One can't help but wonder if the girl still lives in that house, or if she ran away in fear. If I were in her shoes, I'd probably sell the house for $1 and never look back. In March 2015, a hiker embarked on a hiking expedition in the woods of Modrava, Czech Republic, and what he encountered would forever disrupt his life. As the hiker traversed through the forest, he suddenly heard strange sounds emanating from the south. Intrigued and somewhat unnerved, he began recording, capturing the eerie noises. The sounds resembled a woman's cry for help, sending shivers down the hiker's spine. Determined to investigate further, he pressed on, eventually stumbling upon a set of strange footprints on the forest floor. These footprints appeared to belong to a massive humanoid creature, adding to the hiker's apprehension. Despite his growing unease, the hiker ventured deeper into the woods. However, as he delved further, the chilling cries for help echoed once more, this time from nearby. Fearing for his safety, the hiker made a swift decision to retreat, sprinting back to his car as the unsettling sounds drew closer. This harrowing encounter left the hiker shaken, vowing never to venture into the depths of the forest alone again. The mystery surrounding the origin of these terrifying noises lingers. If you are enjoying this so far, consider subscribing. It really helps me keep this channel going. This next clip, all the way from Argentina, showcases an animal that might seem comical at first glance, but it's actually one of the rarest sightings you'll ever come across. In this video, a man is casually walking along a trail when he suddenly encounters a strange creature burrowing into the dirt. At first glance, this creature appears amusing and almost cartoonish with its white appearance and undulating body shape. Initially mistaken for a shrimp, it soon becomes clear that this creature is something entirely different when it raises its head. As it emerges fully, we see that it resembles an armadillo. But armadillos aren't supposed to be white, right? Well, this particular one has albinism, a rare condition resulting in white skin due to a lack of melanin production. Encountering an albino armadillo, like the one in this video, is a once-in-a-lifetime occurrence, making it an incredibly rare sight. While undeniably funny-looking, it's also a fascinating example of nature's diversity and quirks. There are two types of people in the world. Those who believe in sea monsters and others who think it's just a myth. If you fall into the latter category like me, this video might just change your perspective.
Look at that.
The footage captured in this video is quite confusing and leaves us questioning whether it's real or just a trick of the eye. As the video begins, we witness a massive creature swimming on the water's surface, leaving the man behind the camera equally bewildered by the sighting. Initially, the creature's movement resembles that of a whale, but as it emerges from the water, its weird head shape becomes apparent, bearing no resemblance to any known sea creature. At one point, the head even appears reminiscent of a hippo's, leading to a momentary misconception. However, as the creature gracefully reveals its tail while breaking the water's surface, it becomes evident that it is indeed an aquatic entity. While the true identity of this creature remains a mystery, many viewers speculate it to be a sea monster, given its extraordinary appearance. What are your thoughts on this mysterious creature? Feel free to share them in the comment section below. Imagine you're out exploring ancient ruins, soaking in the history,
and suddenly you come face to face with this. Pretty chilling, isn't it? This video, captured by a tourist, showcases a truly bizarre creature spotted at an ancient ruins tourist destination. As the cameraman pans across the ruins, a strange and terrifying creature peeks out from a large entrance. Resembling a strange mix of an alien and a zombie, the way it peers into the camera is quite terrifying. It's a shock for anyone to encounter such a thing out of nowhere, especially in a place as historic as the ruins. Understandably, the tourist behind the camera is rattled and scared, prompting a hasty retreat back home. This video raises countless questions. What exactly was that creature? What was it doing in the ruins? And most importantly, why did it fixate on the tourists like that? I'll let you be the judge of whether the creature in this video is an unknown entity or a demon straight out of hell. Filmed in India, this unsettling footage was captured by a homeowner who was alarmed by strange banging noises emanating from his rooftop. As he cautiously ascends to investigate, he is confronted with a chilling sight. A bizarre creature perched on the rooftop. The creature, resembling a small goblin straight out of Middle-earth, sends shivers down the homeowner's spine. The video abruptly ends as soon as the creature is captured on camera, leaving us with only a blurry glimpse of its form. Upon closer examination, the creature appears to be hunched with a disproportionately large head, reminiscent of a pig's head. Opinions among viewers are divided, with some adamant that it's a demon from the depths of hell, while others lean towards the goblin theory. Yet, the true nature of the creature remains shrouded in mystery, hidden behind the curtains of the unknown. If you got so far in the video, it means you're a dedicated viewer. Thank you. And if you subscribe and hit the bell button, I promise to keep posting these for you to enjoy. Do you believe in ghostly possessions? If not, then this video might make you reconsider.
الله لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم لا تأخذه سنة ولا نوم.
In this eerie footage, a man explores an abandoned house that appears to have been deserted for quite some time. As he records the desolate interior, he comes across a strange sight. Startled by this unexpected discovery, the cameraman's fear intensifies, prompting him to recite prayers.
Allahu Akbar! La ilaha illallah!
To his horror, as he begins chanting, the cameraman's terror escalates as he witnesses this inexplicable sight. Still trembling with fear, the cameraman cautiously approaches the toy and kicks its head to determine if it's somehow alive. Finding no response, he hastily retreats, ending the video. The eerie phenomenon is sure to haunt the cameraman's nightmares for weeks to come, leaving us questioning the unseen forces at play in the abandoned house. Pranks are supposed to be funny, right? Well, this next video takes a terrifying turn for a teenager trying to scare his friend.
Let's just film some random stuff. So, wait, what the heck is that? What the heck? Oh, Will?
The video, filmed by a teenage boy on his porch, starts out innocently enough. He's waiting to jump scare his friend when he hears a strange rustling coming from the nearby woods. As he pans his camera towards the sound, chills shoot down your spine. A towering humanoid figure emerges from the trees. Covered in thick black fur, the creature walks upright with an unnervingly human posture. The prankster instantly becomes the pranked, terrified by the sight. The boy screams and runs inside, calling his friend to recount his unbelievable encounter. Could this be a genuine Bigfoot sighting? The video certainly has some convinced. One thing's for sure. This prank attempt will be etched in this boy's memory forever, and he might just think twice about jump scares in the future. Jellyfish season is upon us, and beachgoers are encountering these fascinating creatures in droves. But this next clip features a whopper unlike any other.
Well, I've got to say to date, that is the biggest jellyfish that I've seen here on Sandylands Promenade.
This monstrous jellyfish, captured by local resident Wendy Jackson, washed ashore on Morecambe Beach near her Stanley Land's home. These giants, with their translucent bodies and impressive tentacles, are an unusual sight stranded on the sand. Experts believe strong tides and waves can overpower these large jellyfish, leading them to be washed ashore. Authorities are urging beachgoers to admire these creatures from a distance and avoid touching them. Even a dead jellyfish can deliver a nasty sting, so it's best to leave them alone and report any sightings to the authorities. This discovery serves as a reminder of the wonders and dangers of the natural world. Let's appreciate these fascinating creatures from afar and prioritize safety for both humans and jellyfish. Ever wonder if Australia has its own Bigfoot? The legend of the Yowie continues to spark debate, and this video captured by a hiker adds fuel to the fire. The video, filmed in the dense Australian woods, shows a glimpse of a tall humanoid figure moving through the trees. The figure has brown fur and appears to be walking upright on two legs. While the posture resembles a human, the appearance of this creature looks like the legendary Yowie. The Yowie is typically described as a large, hairy creature ranging from 7 to 12 feet tall. This creature appears to be around 6 feet tall, raising doubts about its authenticity for me. Additionally, certain aspects of its appearance, like the sagging of its body, seem suspiciously artificial. Could this sighting be genuine? Or is it merely a man in a costume? Imagine you wake up one morning, go for your usual jog, and see this in your neighborhood.
What the heck is this?
Uploaded on TikTok by user Linzavian, this video is like a scene straight out of a nightmare. It shows a human-sized bat hanging upside down in a window frame, swinging slightly. This creature looks absolutely terrifying, almost like a twisted hybrid of a human and a bat from the depths of hell. While there could be a logical explanation, such as it being a Halloween decoration, or someone playing a prank, it still sends shivers down the spine. The mere thought of these giant bats potentially lurking around, possibly sucking blood, is enough to terrify even the most brave ones. Let's just hope it's nothing more than a spooky prank, and not a glimpse into a terrifying reality. Life on land is pretty simple and straightforward, but underwater, that's a whole different story. In this video captured by a hiker, we're treated to a strange sight beneath the water's surface. As the camera dips below, we spot the body of a deer on the seabed, but there's something eerie about it. We quickly come to realize that the deer is in the mouth of a crocodile, silently sitting there with its slain prey. What makes this scene more creepy is how close this person is to the predator. Just a small step into that shallow water, and they might be the one in the croc's mouth. So, folks, be careful when you go out in the wild. When I first stumbled upon this video, I couldn't help but feel a rush of excitement, thinking that my childhood fantasy of encountering a real-life mermaid might finally be coming true. But as I pondered it further, a wave of genuine fear washed over me. The clip, hailing from Indonesia, showcases a group of rescuers gathered on the shore, surrounding a creature that resembles a fish, but there is something really strange about it. This creature has a really weird upper body, wrapped in cloth. Despite being swathed in fabric, the creature's tail moves, indicating signs of life. Judging by the reactions of the onlookers and the demeanor of the rescue team, it's evident that this is no ordinary fish. In fact, it seems to possess a humanoid upper body. Could it be possible that what they've stumbled upon is a real-life mermaid captured by Indonesian rescue guards? The creature's length is remarkable, easily spanning between 8 to 10 feet. However, the manner in which it's wrapped by the rescuers is undeniably eerie and leaves much to the imagination. Perhaps if they had provided us with a glimpse of the creature itself, we might have a better chance of comprehending the situation. In this video, a man records what he claims to have been a Mexican caveman in Cabo, Mexico. In the clip, all seems normal, but as he zooms to a certain point, we can see a cave opening and we get a glimpse of what made his thoughts run wild. Standing at the cave entrance, the hunched figure appears. It looks like a shirtless man, and even it can be seen turning its head side to side as if it's scanning its surroundings. Its shoulders are really broad and has some sort of extended arms. This eerie creature appears to be tall, as its height is equivalent to the cave's opening. After, it proceeds back to its cave unconscious that it is being watched. The video is blurry and does not provide full descriptions of this creature, but it is truly a humanoid being. If it is really a caveman, then one would wonder why it hasn't evolved in the modern era. Suppose you are a fan of cryptid creatures and have adequately researched them. In that case, this picture sure needs your thoughts on the identity of what it has captured. A trail camera in Florida captures a bizarre image deep in the forest. The image is that of a creature invoking controversy to its identity, either the baby of a Bigfoot or the baby of a skunk ape. These two creatures undeniably resemble each other, as they both have human-like and ape-like characteristics. From the image, the beast has an ape-like face and a coat of thick black fur. It appears to be standing on twos like a human. Which of the two would this creature belong to? A woman decided to take a quick snap video while working. After reviewing the video, happens to catch a bizarre sighting.
So I'm going to attempt to show you this video that my boss's granddaughter caught up on his property, which is kind of up in the mountains a little bit. You tell me what you think it is.
In the clip, all is normal until when the video is slowed down. At the far end on the right, a creature can be seen jumping from a tree and quickly runs into the bushes nearby, as though it does not want to be spotted by the woman. It moves with such lightning speed that one is unable to spot it. Its body is covered in a thick brown fur. It is bipedal, as it runs on two legs. This footage makes me wonder if the creature could be the mysterious Bigfoot or maybe a glitch of the camera. This video shows multiple clips of the possible discovery of the famous Bigfoot by a trail camera in the forest. The first clip is taken at night, where a mysterious dark figure stands amongst the trees. The figure is unclear, but we can see its tall, towering stature. During the day, the footage is a bit clearer as we can see the creature walking around the area. Although its face is not clearly seen, its tall features and thick fur make us believe that we are in the presence of a Bigfoot. This man has been having day camps in a forest, and he always spots stalking creatures. He even comments that they are very curious ones.
And, man, it seems like this always happens out here. They're very, very curious creatures.
In the moment, the creature appears once more, and the man documenting says it's right behind him.
Curious creatures. That's for sure. check this out. I'm going to show you. It's right behind me.
Amidst the trees, a black figure can be seen moving. We aren't able to quite make out what the creature looks like since it is covered by the trees. What I can tell from the video is that it is a tall animal and could be covered with black fur. I think maybe it is a bear. This security camera set up in a vantage point caught a sinister happening in the backyard of someone's home. A man and a girl are seen walking in the dead hours of the night. What's even more shocking is that the man seems to be guiding the little girl towards the forest. When examined more closely, we can see a tall humanoid figure luring them into the forest. See how the figure lurking in the forest is unearthly, containing really long arms and has a pale and emaciated form. Could this girl be hypnotized and kidnapped to be used to perform some sort of cultic activity? The owner of this video immediately reported to the police after seeing this video. Though, up to date, the girl is still considered missing, this being the last place where she was sighted. What do you think happened here? Two hikers in Ohio encounter an animal that was creeping up on them and decide to record it. Within the serene at a distance, two dot-like glimmering objects stand out in the dark and maintain a steady gaze on the hikers. One of the hikers distinguishes it from a deer and says it's likely to be a predator.
Right there.
Yeah.
You see it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, that's not a deer. What the devil is that? That's a predator. Its eyes are facing forward.
Oh yeah. Oh, look at this.
Oh, draw your weapon.
Notice how wide the eyes are. It is during the night, and they cannot make out what the creature is, even after zooming. Most animals have eyes that glow in the dark due to a reflective surface in their eyes that help them see at night. This explains what these two hikers were seeing. A man walking in the woodlands near a riverbank is shocked by a creature spying on him that was hiding behind a tree trunk. He was recording his walk, and after taking a few turns, he stumbles upon a black figure staring at him. At first, he doesn't recognize due to some branches that were obstructing him, but as he slowly moves away from the branches, we get to see it. A tall and huge figure can be seen leaning to its side. It is ape-like, and it is covered in rich black fur. It suddenly retreats behind the tree, scaring the man as we see him retreating away in the opposite direction. We aren't sure of what it is due to the low quality of the camera, but its presence surely does make one quack in their booth. To me, it doesn't look real, since we can't see the rest of its body. Maybe it is some kind of Halloween prank. This guy was daring enough to take an adventure in the middle of the woods at night alone, and is met by something lurking in the dark. As he shines his flashlight into the forest, he sees the reflection of the eyes of a big animal relentlessly staring at him. This sends chills down his spine. Just then, a towering pale shadow swiftly passes between the trees, going in the right side. We cannot understand what the figure is due to the darkness. Our attention immediately shifts from the uncanny presence to the queer sounds that rent the air. I don't know where these sounds are coming from, but I'm pretty sure it has to be associated with whatever that's creeping out in the darkness. This video was taken in Northern Ireland. The paranormal activities that are shown are bound to blow some minds. In the following clip, we can see a rock hinge to other rocks, moving as though it is closing a door. Whether the rock moved on its own, or was moved by a creature closing its door, remains a mystery. It could be a phenomenon that has been happening on our planet without our knowledge of its existence. Some people have attributed the massive door to mythical giant Finn McCool, a giant that is well known in the Irish folktales. In this video, a guy is filming on the beach, and he stumbles upon something that's straight up shocking. Right there on the sand, super close to where the waves are crashing in, is this massive crocodile head. But here's the wild part. There's no body, just the head. And it looks like it's been chopped clean off. The side of the head that's showing is huge, way bigger than you'd expect. I've got to say, it's pretty startling to see. You'd never expect to find a crocodile's head like this, especially at the beach by the ocean. Crocs don't hang out in the sea, right? So, it's got me scratching my head, wondering how it ended up there. Was it some kind of fierce fight out in the wild? Or something else? Honestly, I find it a bit creepy and sad too. It's not every day you see something like that, and it's a bit of a reality check about the wild stuff that happens in nature that we don't always see. In this video, we see it from the perspective of a man and his friend who have stumbled upon an intriguing tunnel in a wall late at night. Motivated by curiosity, they decide to investigate where this tunnel might lead. The friend leads the way with a flashlight, and the man with the camera follows into the narrow passage. As they progress further into the tunnel, they pause to scan the area with the flashlight. Suddenly, an unidentified, furry bipedal creature darts out from the depths of the tunnel towards them. The details are unclear due to the poor lighting, but it's evident that the animal is unlike any typical wildlife they've encountered before. Understandably alarmed, the two individuals make a quick and frantic retreat, managing to escape the tunnel. It's one of those encounters that's both thrilling and a little bit terrifying. It makes you wonder what's lurking in the shadows when we're not paying attention. Personally, I'm glad they got out okay, but part of me is super curious about what that creature was. In this intriguing video, a man is driving when he comes across a sight that is as baffling as it is fascinating. Captured from his car, the footage shows a small, thin figure making its way across the street. The figure has the shape and appearance of a human, but is remarkably miniature, standing at about 50 to 60 centimeters, or around 20 inches in height. It's clear from the video that this isn't a child. The proportions are all wrong. The figure is too slender, more akin to a miniature adult than anything else. It's as though an adult has been scaled down by some fantastical shrink machine. The existence of such a being on a regular street is a profound deviation from the ordinary and naturally raises a multitude of questions. Where did it come from? What is it exactly? The footage doesn't provide clear answers, but it does offer a glimpse into the extraordinary, challenging my perceptions of what is possible. Personally, I find the video intriguing, and I can't stop wondering if this is not just an edit. The video presents a tense, yet remarkable encounter on a forest path where a man finds himself in an incredibly delicate situation. Filmed by another individual from a safe distance, we observe the man standing motionless with his hands raised as he faces two bears. In this intense moment, one of the bears approaches the man, being curious. The bear moves in closer, seemingly trying to decipher what this human presence means within its natural habitat. The man, for his part, remains impressively composed, understanding that sudden movements could be interpreted as a threat by the wildlife before him. The bear's investigative sniffing is a critical moment of interaction between species, and the video cuts off, leaving the outcome unresolved. These kind of encounters freak me out. I am well aware of the possibility of encountering a bear while hiking, but I think that nothing can prepare you for the moment you meet these terrifying creatures while enjoying nature. I don't know how I would react. In this video, you're seeing something unusual and intriguing through what seems to be a microscope. There are two orange worm-like creatures arranged end to end in a circle. They're moving in a peculiar way, almost like the way our intestines move when they push food through our system. These creatures could be some type of small worms or another kind of microorganism using this movement to get around. What they're doing in that circle is a bit of a mystery. It could be part of their way of eating, moving, or something else we don't understand without more information. Personally, I find it fascinating to catch a glimpse of these tiny life forms. I am not sure what these creatures are, and I am very curious about it. If you know what could they be, write in the comments. The video showcases a series of intriguing photographs capturing the remains of an unusual animal found on an ocean shore. The visuals reveal an animal with fur, positioned belly up, displaying distinctive claws and fangs, a sight that certainly piques curiosity and perhaps a bit of mystery. From the images and the accompanying story, we learn that this peculiar find was made following a storm, suggesting that the turbulent weather may have played a role in bringing the creature to the shore. The mention of experts proposing that it could be a skunk adds an interesting twist to the tale. Skunks are not typically associated with oceanic environments, making this explanation both surprising and a topic of speculation. If you are enjoying this so far, consider subscribing. It really helps me keep this channel going. The video presents an unusual sight, filmed from the safety of a woman's home. She captures footage of a creature that defies easy categorization, appearing as a hybrid between a rat and a worm. This peculiar animal moves along the ground near a wall, showcasing characteristics that are both fascinating and a bit unsettling. With the body and movement reminiscent of a worm, combined with the tail of a rat, this creature presents a unique visual puzzle. Its size is notable too, measuring at least 15 centimeters or 6 inches in length and possessing a substantial thickness. The way it moves, akin to the undulating motion of a worm, adds to the intrigue surrounding its appearance. This video makes me very curious of what this creature can be. I am sure I have seen it around somewhere, but I can't remember where. Being stared at or feeling someone lurking can be an eerie and unsettling experience on its own. But when you're unsure whether the thing staring at you is real or not, it adds an extra layer of fear. In this video, an explorer makes a creepy discovery while hiking in the mountains. They come across a small opening, and inside, they find a face constructed from stones, seemingly staring back at them. What makes it even creepier is that the face appears to be smiling, and there is a whole dark vibe about that smile. Also, there's a strange transformation noted by some viewers. At the beginning of the video, the face might not have been smiling, but as the camera zooms in, it seems to smile directly at the camera. This experience is truly chilling, especially considering it's in a remote mountain area where it's unlikely someone created the face for tourist purposes. Trail cameras and Bigfoot sightings often go hand in hand, leaving us wondering whether these legendary creatures truly exist. In this trail cam footage, we can see a dark black figure lurking behind a tree, attempting to remain hidden from the trail camera's view. However, after some time, it approaches a bit close to the camera, allowing us to discern some of its features. The creature appears to be covered in a thick coat of black hair, and its overall shape resembles that of a classic Bigfoot. Moreover, since we can only see its upper body frame, it's evident that the creature is quite wide and towering in stature. So, what do you think this creature was? Was it merely a buffed up gorilla or a genuine sighting of the mighty Bigfoot? While hiking in the forest, it's essential to be aware of potential animal predators to ensure your safety. However, what about trees? Can they host such things? In this video, captured by a hiker on a forest trail in Canada, we can see a figure that resembles a human standing on top of a tree in the distance. This figure appears to maintain its balance effortlessly, without the need for hand support. It moves around, and it has human-like features, including skinny arms, a head that resembles a human shape, and long hair. People who have viewed this video have suggested that it might be an experienced tree climber, possibly a local forest resident. Nevertheless, the ease with which this figure stands on the tree is both unsettling and remarkable. It raises questions about the potential presence of skilled climbers in the forest canopy and adds an intriguing layer of mystery to the wilderness. This video was posted on Facebook by a user named Aristo, who was convinced that he had captured Bigfoot on his camera. The video starts with the cameraman running and breathing heavily, as if he had spotted something in the woods and was either trying to capture it on camera or possibly even running from it. After a moment, the cameraman stops and focuses his camera on the distance, revealing a massive dark black creature that resembles an ape making its way through the bushes. This confirms that the cameraman was indeed chasing after this creature. As the cameraman moves a bit closer, he captures another glimpse of this creature, and this time we see it standing upright. Its posture is unlike that of a gorilla, more reminiscent of a human. It's also quite tall and has long arms. Nevertheless, I want to believe that it was indeed an ape or a gorilla. Otherwise, my fear whispers that it must be Bigfoot. The debate about the existence of ghosts has been going on for ages and is never ending. While some believe in supernatural spirits, others are totally against it. Although both these factions have their own reasons to justify and defend what they believe in, one cannot deny the curiosity ghosts generate. Moreover, time and again, eerie incidents give air to the fact that they actually exist. This incident documents it all. This man witnesses an encounter with a ghost.
Okay, so I will say I'm stupid for drinking. That knife fell out of that little knife container thing. No. No.
As he films, one of the knives from the knife block is taken by an invisible force and dropped to the ground in an upright manner, landing on its tip. This is pretty frightening, but this guy recording does not seem to be really scared by this strange occurrence. Could be a ghost behind this uncanny happening. Don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next one.